I think I mentioned I'd been here to Bhopal before now, yes? Anyway, I left Delhi with the team, got sick, got stuck here in a bad way. At least Delhi had some sun, and this place you know as well as I do in winter. All I had to do was read. But one of the great things about the Ivy Suites is that Mrs. Khan keeps this library. I can see the book now. Isn't that odd? He gets up, crosses to a shelf and lifts down a small, yellow-covered paperback. Good grief, it's the same one. I'm sure of it. Here, I scribbled in the margin. A bad habit, I know. Oh no, a copy of the Bhagavad Gita, the version by the sainted Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. I can feel a digression coming on. So today I'm going to talk about being influenced by other books and by my own reading. And of course every writer is influenced. We're all influenced by what we read. And it's silly to pretend that one doesn't become influenced. The creative work comes out of the knowledge that you've got in your head, but it's not necessarily all yours. Here's that very book, the Bhagavad Gita. This is the same volume, and I'm flipping through here, and I can see my own marginal comments. It's an amazing book of religion and wisdom from India. And from my time in India, this book has always influenced me, and it's generally been around wherever I've travelled. So one book, a great deal of influence on my thinking, and it influenced my writing of the Gateway to Gandamak. So there we are. When I started writing Gateway, I confided in a few friends, and one of them fairly early on told me, stop writing and read more. And I think that was bad advice, because if I'd stopped and read more, then I probably wouldn't have continued writing and there wouldn't have been a book. Basically what he said to me undermined my confidence. He did refer to a particular book that has been very influential for me, this book by Neil Stevenson with the title Cryptonomicon. It's a very important science fiction book, or more than a science fiction book, because it says here, what cyberculture needs right now is not another science fiction novel, but its first great historical novel, and Cryptonomicon is it. So it was a great influence. I made a real effort not to go and read it, but it contains a lot of the things that I do talk about in Gateway. And so it's not plagiarism, but certainly this book has influenced me. It weaves together stories of the cracking of the Axis codes during World War II. Well, Gateway has a long bit about Bletchley and how my parents were involved in cracking of the Enigma code at Bletchley. And it talks about digital information and computers, and I don't think it quite gets to artificial intelligence, but it's not far off. And Alan Turing makes an appearance in the book. So absolutely influential, and I'm happy to admit that. I've got a library full of books, and every one of them has influenced my thinking and what I write. And I think that's true of all writers, and it's part of the creative process, and so it should be. Please like, subscribe, and share with as many people as you can. Thank you very much. See you next week.